Please remember to like and subscribe to this video so we can continue to provide you great content. The Bible and the Quran are more than just books. They are foundational texts shaping the lives of billions. And no, they don't come with a how-to-adult guide. Christianity and Islam, two of the world's largest religions, draw their core beliefs and practices from these scriptures. Think of them as the original self-help books. Understanding these texts is key to understanding the cultures and histories they have influenced. It's like getting the director's cut of human civilization. While different in structure and style, both offer profound insights into the human condition and our relationship with the divine. And no, they don't come with cliff notes. Their impact extends far beyond religious spheres. Kind of like how coffee extends beyond just being a drink. Art, literature, music, law, and ethics have all been deeply informed by the ideas presented within these texts. Basically, they're the original influencers. From grand cathedrals to daily prayers, their presence is woven into the fabric of countless societies. Like a really intricate spiritual quilt, studying them offers a window into the spiritual and moral aspirations that have driven humanity for centuries. And hey, it's cheaper than a time machine. The Bible is a collection of sacred texts written over centuries. It's like the ultimate bestseller list, but with fewer vampires and more divine intervention. It is divided into two main parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. Think of it as the original prequel and sequel. The Old Testament, shared with Judaism, recounts the history of the Israelites and their covenant with God. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of wandering in the desert. It features a variety of literary styles, from historical accounts and legal codes to poetry and prophecy. Basically, it's got something for everyone, except maybe a good rom-com. Stories like the creation of the world, the Exodus from Egypt, and the reign of King David are foundational narratives. It's like the original epic saga, but with more miracles and fewer CGI effects. The New Testament focuses on the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. You could say it's the ultimate comeback story. Christians believe Jesus is the Messiah prophesied in the Old Testament. Talk about living up to the hype. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, present his story and teachings. It's like 4 different director's cuts of the same blockbuster. Other books like the Acts of the Apostles and the Letters of Paul detail the early Christian church's growth and development. Think of it as the original social network, but with fewer cat videos. The Bible's narrative style varies, but its central message of God's love and redemption unfolds through historical events and human experiences. It's like the ultimate plot twist, but with eternal consequences. Muslims revere the Quran as the literal word of God. And no, it didn't come with a user manual. Revealed to the Prophet Muhammad over 23 years. Talk about a long-term project. It is believed to be the final and complete revelation, superseding all previous scriptures. No updates needed. Unlike the Bible's collection of books, the Quran is a single book, divided into chapters, surahs, and verses, ayahs. Think of it as the ultimate bestseller. It maintains a consistent style throughout, characterized by its poetic language and rhythmic prose. Shakespeare, eat your heart out. The Quran addresses a wide range of topics, including God's nature and attributes, stories of past prophets. And no, it doesn't include cooking recipes, guidelines for worship and social conduct. Because everyone needs a little guidance now and then. And principles for just governance. No politics, just principles. It emphasizes the oneness of God, Tawhid. Because one is better than many. The importance of submission to his will, Islam. And no, it's not about giving up your favorite TV show. And the Day of Judgment. Spoiler alert, it's a big deal. Muslims believe the Quran's message is universal, intended for all of humanity. No subscription required. Its direct and clear commandments guide believers on the path to righteousness and salvation. GPS not needed. Section 4. Comparing narratives, history, and revelation. Buckle up, folks, it's story time. The Bible and the Quran share many stories of prophets and events, but their narrative approaches differ. It's like comparing a novel to a self-help book. The Bible often presents stories in a historical context, emphasizing the lived experiences of individuals and communities. Think of it as the original reality TV. For example, the Exodus from Egypt is recounted as a historical event, complete with details of the journey and the Israelites' struggles. Talk about a road trip gone wrong. This historical narrative style aims to demonstrate God's actions in human history. It's like a divine highlight reel. In contrast, the Quran often focuses on the moral and spiritual lessons embedded in these narratives. It's like the ultimate guide to life hacks. While acknowledging historical events, it emphasizes the timeless message and guidance they offer. Think of it as wisdom that never goes out of style. For instance, the Quran mentions the Exodus but focuses on the importance of trusting God's plan and the consequences of disobedience. It's like a cosmic "I told you so." This approach emphasizes the Quran's role as a guide for righteous living, deriving universal lessons from historical events. It's like having a GPS for your soul. Section 5. Enduring Teachings, Shared Values. Or as I like to call it, the Let's All Get Along chapter. Both the Bible and the Quran emphasize compassion, justice, and love for one's neighbor. You know, the stuff your mom always told you to do. The Bible's 10 Commandments, for instance, provide a moral code based on respecting God and others. Think of it as the original top 10 list. The Quran similarly emphasizes the importance of honesty, kindness, and charity. Basically, be the person your dog thinks you are. Both scriptures condemn oppression and injustice, urging followers to stand up for the marginalized and vulnerable. Because nobody likes a bully. These shared values have inspired countless acts of charity, social justice movements, and interfaith dialogues, and probably a few bake sales. While differences in interpretation and practice exist, the core message of both texts calls for a world where peace, compassion, and justice prevail. So let's all just get along, okay? Understanding these shared values is crucial for fostering dialogue and understanding in an increasingly interconnected world. Because let's face it, we're all in this together. Please remember to like and subscribe to this video so we can continue to provide you great content.